On to our next story, talking about Lydia Wanjiro and her man, Frank Doso. Now, they decided to have a sit down with Terence and Millie Chevy. Why are y'all doing interviews?
A sit down or a swim?
A vacation, a staycation,
Hey.
a swim and a sit down. Either way, why are y'all doing interviews? As I said before, being in love with a man is truly a humiliation ritual.
Yes,
And
sir.
if you're a hater on the internet, you really enjoy the internet more because there's just a lot of hateration and cackling to do. I sound like that Genoderi girl because she's such a hater. But it is so difficult when you do not stand on business and people call you out for it. Now, if you live under a rock and you don't know Lydia Wanjiro, she is an awesome media personality. You love her content. She's very, very
Vocal.
vocal, and she has no secrets. She tells you everything, and she's really built a good audience from her content. Now, fast forward, she starts dating a DJ. Okay, life is good. She is flying in and out of Kisumu, and we love this for her because our freedom fighter, our speaker, has finally found love. You know,
Feminist.
it's giving Shera Seven and her husband. You know. And we're like, you know what, good for you. And since, she's now finding love, we know for a fact that she's not doing funny business. She's not entertaining funny business because she also tells us all the time not to entertain funny business. Now, as we started wishing her well, it's like her villagers were overworking because somebody decided to expose Frank Doso. Apparently, he had been sending nude pictures of himself and receiving nude pictures also. That view once thing was going on. He was also talking to a fellow influencer, as in your own ops. You know very well this man is with Lydia. And their relationship is public. But here you are still dating the same person. Well and good. After Frank Doso is exposed on BNN.
You forget the alleged scamming of women
Yes.
on the DL.
Scamming of women and exchange of nudes,
Alleged.
asking for money and all that. Anyway, it was a very ill,
Yeah, it's gross.
So she publicly moves on and discards this waste man, as she should. It is Lydia Wanjiro, and she tells us he does one thing once. Don't forgive him. Let him go. Lydia embarks on a beautiful journey. She does a whole revamp, gets on her weight loss, and we're like, you know what? This is how you do a breakup. She's even praising her fellow breakupees, Akina Demia Mulamwa. It's good when you have your own money, you can furnish your apartment, pap. Until one day there's an Insta story that says, I was so drunk, I accidentally booked a ticket to Kisumu, but I did not go. And we're like, girl, you still love that gremlin. You still love that man after he
She
did
could have
what he
been going to
did.
Kisumu for business.
You still love that man. But she said, at least I did not go. Pombe wewe. We did not believe her, but it's okay. But it seems like they were still reconciling behind the scenes. And since they now got back together, Frank had to make a statement because your apology needs to be as loud as your disrespect. I can even hear Lydia telling him that, your apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect. So Frank Doso takes out his iPhone and decides to do a video and says, I apologize to Lydia Wanjiro. And I will apologize 1,000 times and I will do everything it takes to get her back. I love you. I think about it, blah, 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 blah. As soon as the video is posted, are they not back together? She's flew out. She tells us she's going to Maldives, but lands in Kisumu airport. But who are we to judge? And this is why you should keep your relationship secret. Because matters of the heart, you can't explain to nobody. Anyway, now that they're back together, she's receiving backlash because she's not standing on business. She's constantly defending herself, which nobody should be doing when it comes to your own private affairs. She decides to do a sit down or a swim by with Terence Creative and his wife. And when asked about the relationship, she says, I am at peace, but I also revenged. Now, as she is saying this, it is very clear that Frank, who is also part of this conversation, is very uncomfortable. She says during their breakup period, or when they had separated, she formed a new connection with somebody else and she avenged herself. She revenged. And I'm like, how is it revenge when you all were broken up? You know? Anyway, it was giving that vibe of how pastors and their wives
I
do
got my
interviews.
lick back. Eh?
Yeah, they're seated side by side while one confesses their sins. And this time, Frank was the victim.
He was the pastor.
He was the pastor's wife. Because he was just sat there listening to how she got her lick back. And
Look,
I'm just like,
maybe that was
ooh.
part of the revenge scheme. You know,
It's
maybe
still humiliation
public
ritual.
humiliation was still.
Yeah, because you humiliated me, might as well.
Exactly. Get your
Now-
lick back, girl. Get your lick back, girl. For
Good
me,
for them.
it's the way people are making it look like, Lydia, we have nothing but love for you on this show, okay, girl? However, the people have mentioned something that I'm just like, oh, girl, what? Because apparently Lydia, during her, you know, men are garbage and you know, screw all of them. They're all the same. During her breakup era, her breakup, what do you call it? Her breakup tour. She ended up saying that I will never date a man who has no car. The only way a man's tree will get back in my good graces if he gives me something valuable like a car or a house or whatever. Lydia turns around and tells us, oh, he gave me a gift. It's this 35-inch TV. We're like, the people are like, Allah, this is all it takes? They even put a price tag on it. Apparently, it's 17,000 Kenya shillings. They're like, your whole love is equivalent to 17,000 shillings of a TV? Girl, you need to get serious. And she is getting flamed.
Was it 35 inches? Am I you guys?
35 inches. Kina Judy huku, waitongo Trudy, the nurse Judy huko, they're flaming her. Me, I watched that interview. I'm just like, wow. The Mungai Eve interview with Nurse Judy and the other lady, don't know her name.
Liz Jackson.
Yes, they are flaming her. Nurse Judy Zuko saying, hey, Pandakoni, it's 17,000. I'm like, ooh, let me tell you. It is insane.
But who is Nurse Judy to talk about anything?
The same Nurse Judy who's making noise that Murugi Winnie has gone to Dubai and she's giving us a TBT of her Dubai trip.
Who is Nurse Judy to talk about other people?
I'm like, wanawake huku tunapigana tu, badala
who?
tuungane. Tunafaa kuungana, tumpende. She went back to her husband.
Did she not go back to her husband?
She did. I'm like, you can't be speaking that loudly
Ah.
when you two are part of the misogynistic scheme. When you two have fallen prey.
You can't be
to the
loud on the
schemes of the
internet
men. For
and do
me,
the
it's
same
just
thing.
like, who are you to start calling out Lydia, I almost said Lydia KM, Lydia Wanjirus, when you yourself have fallen victim to the same. It's like if you hear Nairobi going and speaking about Lydia. We're just like, honey, boo-boo. Oh,
Did you not also go back?
Did you not fake gifts for yourself? I'm like, you can't be talking that loudly like that, eh? I hate it when these people keep doing this and batting heads. Mapenzi ni mapenzi. I don't know what to tell you. We have gone back for less. Actually, I speak for myself. We have gone back for less. But because ours was in chini ya maji,
We didn't have to defend.
because ours was under the uji, yani chini ya uji, nobody needed to know. Nobody knows. You would never know what is happening in my private life unless I come and tell you myself with my loud mouth, all right? So let Lydia just live. Let her enjoy this man. Let her draw Doso on the back of on his back as she's giving him a back scrub. Let them come and swim in the water together. Let him post videos of her saying my love, and this other one saying my love. Let them be swinging on that beautiful thing about swing that they were swung on with the flowers. Let them do them. Let them swim with the seaweeds in the ocean. What are you gonna do about it? Leave them alone. Let them enjoy love. Because I best believe love is hard to find. When you find it and it finds you and you're finding each other, let people love. I say this all the time. I would rather love loudly and love to the best of my ability than regret not having done that. than be outside of this relationship going like, man, I could have, I would have. What are you gonna do? If people will leave when they want to leave, there's nothing you can do about it. Even if you keep it secret, leave her alone. Let her be with her dreadlock master, okay? Okay, watch her enjoy each other's company.